Luke 11. Let's turn to that. Verses 5 to 8. And he said, which of you have a friend, and shall go unto him at midnight, and say unto him, Friend, lend me 3 loaves, for a friend of mine in his journey is come to me, and I have nothing to set before him. And he from within shall answer and say, Trouble me not, the door is now shut, and my children are with me in bed. I cannot rise and give thee. I say unto you, though he will not rise and give him because he is his friend, yet because of his importunity or his persistence, he will rise and give him as many as he needeth. Excuse me. Now here's an illustration. You know, God did not make the Bible easy to read. You remember that he had to keep these end-time truths away from the most earnest Bible students for almost 2,000 years. This has all been written here, just as we read it today. It's been around here in the world for 1,900 years. And so God made the Bible very, very complex. And we sometimes get the idea that if we see a certain phrase that we always can know it means, if it's used in one place to mean something, then it should be used that same way in other places. And quite frequently, that is the case. Here is an illustration, however, where that is impossible. Just because he says the door is shut, and the fact that it's midnight, that does not identify at all with, for example, Matthew 25, where it was midnight and the bridegroom came, and the 5 virgins went in with him to the bride chamber, and the door was shut. That context clearly teaches that is the end of the world. But here, because he rises and still provides bread, it indicates this cannot be talking about the end of time. This is talking about giving other spiritual lessons, but it is not a lesson that is helping us to understand the details of the end. If anything, we have to be careful that we don't get confused by it. God is making another kind of a point altogether, and that is we should never tire of crying to God for his mercy, either for ourselves or for others. We should never feel we are troubling God too much. Like we read in Hebrews 4, come boldly to the throne of grace. And you and I both know in our own personal experience, if someone starts nagging us and nagging because they're trying to get something from us, we finally in desperation will lash out at that person or try to get away from that person so they can't ask again. They have just been troubling us. And here God is teaching, not so with God. If we are concerned about the salvation of a friend, if we're concerned about our own salvation, we can go again and again and again and again and again, beseeching, oh Lord, have mercy. I know I don't deserve this for my friend. Salvation, I don't deserve it for myself if I'm still unsaved, but oh God, have mercy. And 20 minutes later, we can come again. And 20 minutes after that, we can come again. And 20 minutes after that, we can come again. We never will wear out our welcome. And so this is teaching a very lovely and beautiful principle to us.